Red out here today with their first good chance of having a win in the last game, with Black only playing with 7 players today.
Good time to get a win.
Definitely.
You can get 3rd place here. After not winning a game the entire season.
Well, it's what they planned all along, George, right? Like, they were just resting themselves for the 3-4 playoff game. George with the uncharacteristic hammer, honestly.
It's not that uncharacteristic.
True. Antibiotics pick up the disc here.
Looking for the long shot straight away. Many defenders.
And indeed by Sean Lace. That's 2 turns that Southside have got already, but they've just thrown it away on Hucks.
Yeah. Eastside forced turning it over in different ways. 1 drop and then 1 just random hammer. They have Keith here on the side. Not quite in between the legs. Bit of style points. He throws to Alice.
The honey pass. Very classic. I think if Red can just come out with the same amount of intensity that they normally do, keep it even, and wait until Black get a bit tired, I reckon they'll have a really good shot at this.
It's winnable. It's definitely winnable. How'd you feel about the zone coming out first point?
As I've heard from some other top commentators, especially Sam Kaon, the zone sucks in this league apparently. So, I don't know though. When you have someone like Joseph behind the disc, maybe you want him taking those shots.
It's true.
We'll see though.
I just feel like there's not enough wind to really
Yeah, I mean,
there's
there's never really enough wind in Adelaide.
That's true.
For a zone to be a good choice.
Well, there are more windy days in Adelaide.
Yeah, exactly.
Even then, this is relatively still. A little bit of wind.
Well, anything over 15 k's here is like considered windy.
Yeah, it's like tornado. It's 25 and
Oh yeah, whenever we go into state and it's like 20k an hour winds, man, everything falls apart.
Watch your houses. Big outside in pool here.
Good pullers win tonight.
Ooh, crocodile catch. East Adelaide Force coming out of the match.
Talos looking deep, sends it to Maddox. Maddox with a great grab. And lays it on a platter for Tim Stevens.
Maybe that's the strategy. You can have Talos behind the disc.
I do really like that Andy Maddox-Ben Pally matchup, honestly.
I do. I think, well, I'm not sure. I think Greg was poaching under there.
Oh.
I think Greg started on Maddox, but he was poaching with Pally poaching deep.
Okay. I mean, Pally poaching? Surely not.
No, I've never heard of that in my entire life.
I don't think I have seen a single game ever where Pally has not been poaching. At least a little bit.
This is just a warm-up to the real match afterwards. The West Beach Titans up against the Northern Flyers.
Yeah, it should be a good match.
Be a great match.
Sean Davis today was posting about how he had never won a Super League in the 9 years that he's played.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's going to go another year unanswered.
That really sucks. Wilson will be going for 3 in a row as captain.
The three-peat. I think he could do it. He's drafted fairly well this year. I mean, both teams are very strong, right?
Yeah.
Like,
the absolute cherry on top would have been if Wilson got to beat Pally in the finals.
True.
But But Paolo played so poorly that they just didn't even make finals.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we've just gotten word that 30 has just rocked up. And that was a pull.
I was about to say that Shansnu is generally a very good puller.
Yeah. Bit inside out, but never came back in.
It's that wind, that sort of like
Yeah.
top of the screen to the bottom of the screen, left to right wind, just pushing it out.
Yeah, big blustering Adelaide wind.
Red with almost a full roster tonight now that 30's turned up.
Yeah.
If Big Dinner was here, they'd be sporting a full roster. I've just been informed Curtis also isn't here, but
Probably not as impactful as John Brill not being here.
I mean, he did get a fat hand block on me 2 weeks ago.
That's true, he did.
Not that that's really saying much.
Oh, bit of a layout throw there.
A little cheeky around, we like that.
Kevin a bit stuck here. Gone very far back, and a big handler set here for the full swing across, and then back to the other side. Wow, just grabs that one-handed as casually as you like.
Black are really liking these hammer options tonight.
Some of them are working, some have not. John Brill's here. Oh, they've actually got their full roster.
Oh no.
Parley before the match asked me if I could get Ferdy and John to do the commentary this match. Might be a bit nervous about finishing third place for real.
Oh, we're doing a little bit of power sub right now, George. Me and you jump on the field in those red jerseys.
Oh, funnily enough, I actually am wearing a red shirt underneath,
wow.
so I'm dressed ready for any team. I can just flip this red shirt.
I could just borrow John Brill's shirt. He could just jump in the commentary booth. What are your predictions for tonight's grand final, George? What do you think?
The grand final, I'm not sure. Honestly, I feel like on paper the West Beach Titans do look stronger, but there's just something about the Northern Flyers. I wasn't expecting this to come out as strong as they did this entire season, but they've pleasantly surprised me coming out on top of the table.
That is true, actually.
Yeah. Even with Ted missing half the games.
Ted who?
Even with Nathan Digner missing half the games, they're very
True,
key
actually.
players.
Very true.
And they still finished top of the table, which is very impressive.
That Sean and Sam movement around the front of the stack is really
It's
good.
UniSA experience.
Talis wins this.
He's got position right there. Oh, he's happy about that one. Bit of a spike.
Another great deep huck from the red team, honestly. I do like this idea of just hucking and sending it. If they don't get the turn, if they don't get the score, go out and get a turn.
Yep. So in your eyes, what has been the main reason that the Southside Riptide haven't come away with the game this season? Is there anything that they're just short of, or?
I mean, they're short of their top picks, honestly. Like, if John Brill and Ferdy were out a bit more often, I reckon they would have had maybe a bit more chance to get some team cohesion in there.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd also say that, like, unlike a lot of the other teams, the players on this team don't generally play with each other as much. I think a lot of the other teams have, like, those cohesive, like, core units. Especially, like, you look at a team like White.
Northern Flyers,
Northern Flyers, they have, like, their UniSA core.
Mm.
You go look at Wilson's team, like, is that West Adelaide Ultimate slash Outbreak. And then you look at this black team as well, Outbreak.
It's
When I
definitely
look
true.
at Southside, yeah, they're just missing that strong core of players who have all played together for like a semi-decent amount of time.
Yeah.
In recent years, at least.
That's true. Well, this one's coming back in.
No, I think we have an offside call here.
Was it first this season?
I think it might be. So, Black picking at straws. I think they must be a little bit desperate here, George.
Yeah. Really stretching the rules. I'm actually learning rules here, so I don't even know if they're correct or not.
So the rule used to be if you threw and everyone was offside, then it would be a repull.
Yeah,
But I think the rules changed maybe a year ago.
Travel call here. Apparently had some coaching done on how not to travel, but didn't listen to Sean Lace's advice.
I often don't like the travel call. I feel like if you watch a lot of Ultimate, people are just generally often travelling.
Yeah, you say that because you're a handler who likes a huck.
True. I am quite well known for my flick travel, especially off the huck. But I think that's a little bit different of a situation there, where Kevin's sort of on the move, getting in front of his mark.
Oh, definitely. We've got Parley position here, but it's going out. Just floated a bit out. A bit too much outside in.
Red with another chance here to get another score.
Absolutely. So the power subs sitting on the side here. John Brewer and Ferdy waiting
Honestly,
to come
this
on.
red team's not looking like they're going to need them. They haven't needed them the last... That's a great undercut by Bryn. And a great grab under pressure.
But you always want to have your best players on, regardless. It's stuck on the sideline here.
Yeah, a little bit of jam down the cram hole, but we don't mind it. Great huck.
Looks good. Oh no, very cold drop. He had everything going for him there.
Tim did a great job of waiting there, but then maybe Greg just spooked him.
I think so.
And then Keith with just a uncharacteristic throwaway.
Yeah, he's been usually looking for his dump when he has a disc, but when he's on the end zone, oh no. Drop there.
It was just out of his reach, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Maybe if he'd bid for it.
He also tried to go for it underhand,
Yeah.
which is probably not the right play there, especially as you're falling over.
Black with another chance here, but they are looking tired.
Yeah, playing Savage today, no subs. So Alice just pumps it deep. Not interested at all. Maybe he should cut deep here. Greg going on the far side. Pele not interested, surprisingly. Handler set's going on. Let's go all the way to the other side. Get another reset here. Up the line.
Big power position, probably going to go.
Alice.
Great
Oh,
throw.
what a run. Back to Greg. And then it's Joe.
Easy score.
All the work done by Alice at that point. He made like 3 deep cuts there.
She definitely embarrasses a lot of players out here.
Yeah, absolutely. She even slowed down.
Yeah.
And then Pele threw it. And then she has to speed up. Made some great ground to grab that.
Definitely a very good gut runner. Works hard.
Yeah, playing a bit of a different role here compared to if she was playing in Zig Theory. In Zig Theory, a bit more of a disc dominator.
True. And Black with the timeout.
Yeah, probably just tiring out here.
Do we have a score check? What do we think the score is, George? I think it is... Oh, there we go.
3-2.
3-2. Red with a good chance here. None of them looking too tired. Looking pretty fresh under their legs.
Yep.
Black, on the other hand.
Yeah, they look knackered.
It is a little hot out here today as well. I have noticed that there's definitely a big difference between playing in the first time slot and the second time slot.
Yeah, it definitely cools down a lot.
Cools down a lot. Especially the last 2 weeks, it's been quite humid. So that first time slot actually is quite a killer. The wind's just like super muggy and heavy.
Yeah, definitely last week. The first match, very hot.
Yeah.
But then the second match was nice. It was really nice.
So, George, give me a little bit of trivia here. This year is supposed to be the year of the tiger, right?
Yep.
What does that mean for someone who was born in the year of the tiger?
I have no idea. It's like I already don't care about Chinese horoscopes. So when people talk about other horoscopes, you know, like, oh, I'm a Leo, and, you know, that person's a Pisces, so we just don't match together. Okay. Yeah, I don't care about any of that stuff.
Alright, I'm sorry, that might have been a little quick of me to judge that you would have a deep knowledge on Chinese New Year traditions and understanding.
No. No, I think it's a fair assumption. Sometimes people tell me, but I don't really know people born in the year of the tiger, so...
True, actually. Did you get up to much on your Chinese New Year, George?
Yeah, actually, funnily enough, it was last Monday, Chinese New Year's Eve, so I had a nice dinner.
Nice.
And then straight after, I came out to commentate the second game.
Perfect.
Great Monday.
I've always been a bit envious of the big Chinese New Year dinners.
Yep.
They always look so delicious when I see them on Instagram.
They're fantastic.
Need to either get myself a good friend who's willing to invite me to their Chinese New Year dinners.
Maybe someday.
Or just gate crash a Chinese New Year dinner.
Could do that too. Now, a topic of the season has been these timeouts and these lines. The time is really stretched out, I feel. No one's really... I think it's 75 seconds.
This black team definitely has a tendency to take quite long timeouts. John Bill with his first point in maybe
Ooh, look at
5
that.
weeks.
And he's making an impact straight away.
Immediate impact.
Look at that. Now this is an interesting look.
Make the zone work, yeah!
Black.
Listen to Tallis!
It's a very loose zone here. Just Kevin playing as a mark and everyone else just kind of chilling.
Yes. Yes.
I would call this the resting zone. They were obviously gassed on the sideline after their timeout, and they just decided, hey, we're just gonna play zone for a point, you know.
I'm not a big fan of this coming straight out of the timeout, but I feel like they're just moving it way too easily.
That's an easy score.
Yeah.
Once again, zone proving very not effective.
If Sam Cowan was here, he would not be happy.
I think he's... I was going to say turning in his grave, but he's definitely not dead.
He's trying to win Super League tonight. So, very interesting zone point. We've had 2 zone points now, and they both haven't worked. In fact, I think this is probably the worst of the lot.
That was pretty bad, honestly. Just no pressure. Red could do whatever they wanted. Swing it, punch it through the wall. Really, everything they wanted was open.
Yeah, absolutely nothing at all. Well, as we wait for these teams, we'll just give a quick shout out to OTTV, giving us great coverage the entire season. And you too can support OTTV by going to their Patreon in the link below. Maybe, and they come to your leagues and record them.
I'd love to see Rex going to film some bumpkin league in the middle of nowhere. No, they definitely do a really good job doing all the filming, especially here in South Australia. Like Rex and Mike have always done a fantastic job of filming these games at such a high quality.
Yeah, I've been very lucky that they're South Australian based.
Oh, definitely.
See another zone look going on here.
Greg with a big huck. Who's gone right to Talis? Oh,
Ben Harley just reaching over the top of him. Had the position, I think. That one I don't think Southside would mind as much. That was a very speculative throw.
yeah.
Talis almost got that.
Oh, definitely. I think he did a good job to avoid the contact as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something that old Talis definitely would not have done. I definitely remember him cleaning up a few players when we were playing cannons.
There's a difference now. He's a bit older. Now he's scared of getting injured himself.
Exactly.
He's not thinking about the other people. He's thinking about himself.
Old Talis, if he got injured, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks max, he'd be out. Nowadays, whole season. You won't see him until next Super League.
I wasn't expecting to see him until next Super League anyway.
True. So, Black and Red just trading here. Red just need to find another gear. Show they actually want this game. At the moment, it just feels like both teams are just out here, sort of just wandering around. I think Red have a great opportunity to like kick it up a notch, put some pressure on, and like really just build a lead and take it away from them.
Yeah, very interested in seeing what defense the East Adelaide Force come out with here. See if they put that zone on again or if they're back to match.
I would be very disheartened to see another zone.
Big roller.
Good stop by John Brill.
Of course, impact player. #1 pick in the draft.
And they've put it on again.
Deep.
Tim Stevens with a great grab. And Ferdy with a great throw.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the intended target.
No, I think it was meant to go to John Brill, but
Yeah, it looked like one of those shapes that was supposed to go over the top.
Tim Stevens pulls down everything.
True.
I'd be
Except
very
for that one
surprised if he wasn't the leading goal scorer on this team.
I've heard that he is the second leading goal scorer in
All
the
of
league.
Super League. Yeah, not surprising at all. He's by far the #1 deep option on this team.
He's just one of those players who'll always get the fourth to seventh matchup on a line. But he always wins. Always wins his matchup.
Yep. I just feel like every Super League, it's a very reliable pick, it feels like. Tim Stevens getting a lot of goals is something you can bank on every time.
Oh, 100%. I think he's always up in that top 5 goal scorers.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what you want out of your Super League picks as well. You just want like consistent players and also like just consistent attendance. I think those are the things that generally win your Super League.
Consistent attendance. Wow, you throwing shade at the man you're sitting next to right now?
No, more throwing shade at Red's second or third pick. Is it 30?
Yeah, second and first pick if you want to count John Brew as well.
I picked 30 last year in the second pick as well. Didn't come through. He also, very similar to this year, just only turned up for about half the games.
Well, maybe someone will learn their lesson.
Oh, if I have a captain again, I definitely wouldn't pick him. At least not so high. So Red coming out with the zone now.
Yep. After no zones have worked so far this match. Oh, that one was cheeky through the middle.
Not a fan.
This one's good. Swings it round. Greg is so free. No one looking at him at whatsoever.
And Black scored easily.
That's beautiful. Great throw by Alice.
See, this isn't what Red should be doing. They have so many more players than Black. I'd love to see just hard match.
Yeah.
You know, just.
The thing playing zone against the East Adelaide Force is that you're giving them a chance to rest as well.
Oh, exactly. And that is the style of offense that they want to be playing anyway. Where they can just sort of win it with their throws, win it with their brains, don't need to do too much running or cutting, save their legs.
Yeah. East Adelaide Force's main two cutters probably, Greg and Alice tonight, and they took it really easy that point. They just catch one, throw one.
Who's
Simple
that
as
on
you
the
like.
ground? Is that Joseph Petrie?
That's Joseph Petrie. You've been training with him. How's the conditioning going?
It's been going well, actually. I hurt my knee a little bit last week.
Oh no,
Was feeling great tonight.
that's good.
No, Joseph often has issues with hay fever, especially on Monday nights for some reason. So that could be what's getting to him. He also had quite a big weekend.
Oh yeah.
Went away to Robe and did a lot of debaucherous things.
I won't ask. Probably not safe for broadcast.
Sean Lace with a great pull.
That is a huge ball. Falling fast though.
That wind just pushing it down a bit. And Black coming out with another zone.
Yeah. Hasn't worked at all this match.
I'm starting to see why this is the 3rd and 4th place matchup.
Yeah.
They keep playing these zones.
Yeah, I think that might have just been the difference rather than...
Backs with a great through the
Yeah,
cup
that was
throw.
great. Grab by Scary.
Oh, no.
And finally the zone works. Greg fakes that one.
And see, this is where Red just need to... Oh, no.
Cold drop. Bit of a wobbly throw. 30. Workhorse here. Working very hard.
Some very confident throws coming
Yeah.
out all of a sudden.
No. You don't want to be looking at that throw at all. There's great awareness by Joseph.
I'm a little bit gobsmacked that some of these throws are going up, honestly.
Yeah.
These teams were playing so well into this zone.
Sando versus Sean Lace. And the disc wins. Going out of bounds.
Sando just had great body positioning there.
Yeah.
Sean Lace never had a chance.
Even if it wasn't.
Andy winding up.
Sando showing the little rookie Sean Lace how it's done. Got
True.
no experience compared to him. So we're back to a match defense here.
I like this a lot better. It's still a little bit poachy.
Yeah, well, that's because you got Ben Pale there.
True.
It's not poachy. It's not a Ben Pale defense. Oh, this is all red here. It's very floaty though, giving Greg a chance. Oh, he just did enough to get that. Got a touch onto that, and he's picking up the disc. Confidence
And it's going.
all the way down. That is a very nice throw. Pally's got 2 to beat.
Hey.
Just not managing it. Let's see if he makes a call
Fantastic
here.
D.
Oh no, he's making a call.
Crowd definitely does not like it.
They're not fans at all. I think he'll claim that it was in his hands and he knocked him out.
From someone whose view of the play was completely blocked by the screen, Ben Pally was definitely wrong. Looks like he's retracted his call though.
Yeah. I think it's just falling over a bit when he caught that. And we work again. The Southside Riptide have to work it all the way back after Greg's amazing huck.
I like this from Red. Showing signs.
Ooh. And Pally making a bid on that. Oh no. Joseph's second defensive play.
I'm starting to think these teams might just be playing for Super League stats.
Yeah.
Can we quickly pull up who has Joseph Petrie on their team?
Yeah, this is very suspicious.
Looks like we got a little bit of a foul here.
I think Alice might have got knocked in the eye or something.
Timeout call.
Timeout, yeah. Oh. Yeah, no injury sub.
Not sure. I guess they had no other choice.
Alright,
But now they have
worst
no-
case scenario, I'll come on.
Oh yeah, I did hear you got the call up, George, for one of these teams tonight. Do you have your cleats here though? Is the real question.
No, I don't actually. I make sure not bringing my cleats just so even if someone dies in the field, it can't be me. It'll be anyone else except me.
I'm sure someone would let you borrow.
Oh
your
look,
cleats.
Clarence is here. Clarence could come in and fill in.
Oh, definitely. I'd love to see. Love to see Clarence getting out there.
Have a look. Yeah, just got a little hand onto that, Greg, in that replay. Looking at the replay of the end zone on the left side. Now, I believe that is East Adelaide Force's last time out for this half. They only have one more for next half.
It is indeed their last time out.
And I'm personally hoping that they don't call it after the time cap. There's been a lot of those this season. I've really not been a fan of that.
I think it's all part of the game, though, you know? If the league director didn't want it to be, then they could have written it into the rules.
Sure.
But I think that timeout after time cap is definitely a bit of the mental game, you know? It's like, oh...
Oh, it's definitely a mental game.
Black taking a very long time to get back on the field.
Yeah, Southside Riptide is very keen to start. East Adelaide Force, I mean, a lot of veterans on this team. They know how to stretch the rules a little.
If there's one player who likes to stretch the rules, it's definitely Ben Powley.
Oh, yeah. The kind of person who would run past you and just strip you for no reason.
Let's just say there was a lot of cheeky body contact last week in our game.
Yeah. Very intense game with the West Beach Titans winning on universe points to make it to the finals.
Those are the sort of games that you pay to play, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's no fun winning like 15-5 or even 10-15, you know?
Yeah, I think since I've started watching Super League, it's definitely been the closest of the lot.
Task with a great layout there.
Yeah. Big put to Greg. That's
Fantastic
good
play.
shape there. And Greg just pulls that down. Absolute beauty. Timeout works.
Timeout does work. The stats, 75% of the stats are wrong, I guess, George.
Yeah. 70% of the made up stats.
True.
So, back to the topic of strategy. You think that it's very possible that East Adelaide Force didn't make it through, not because of the execution, but just because of poor strategy?
100%, you know? At the end of the day, better captain wins.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you there.
Ben Powley might find that hard to admit, but Wilson just drafted better and played better on the day.
It's true.
And honestly, Ben hasn't done as much as he has in previous seasons this season.
Getting a bit complacent in Adelaide, I think, after winning every single Premier event.
I think so. I mean, he's, as I was just reminded, he still is the highest scoring fantasy player.
Yep.
But I don't think he's leagues ahead anymore in comparison to the previous years he's played.
Yeah.
A great example of that is Nathan just running all over him. I think in their game versus White, Nathan got 4 blocks on him and 3 goals.
Wow.
Sando surveying the field. Great swing across to Andy.
Here it is, the top 2 picks. Ooh, Tallis having a... Whoa, Joseph again with another defensive play.
I think Tallis and Joseph must have been colluding before the game, because that is just too many straight throws to Joseph.
I don't doubt it. Oh, this one just popping up.
John Brill with his first D of the season, possibly.
Wow. Yeah, Baddock's in middle field. Ooh,
Great throw by Sando.
amazing. Really nice play there. That's Southside Riptide.
And that's the way Red can win, right? Like, when we played against this black team, it was very similar. They played that very poachy, waiting for you to make a mistake style defense. And if they can just be happy with throwing swings and unders, grinding it slowly up the field, they'll win this no problem.
Yeah. For those who are unaware of what this is Adelaide Super League, which is a draft league where all the players in South Australia can sign up and the captains basically pick them in a draft format. Just want to remind everybody that Ben Powley had John Arn available at pick number 10 and decided not to pick him. Might be a mistake.
Might have been. Now, there's a name you can almost guarantee is going to come up in every conversation, especially if Ben Powley or George Wrong is commentating.
Absolutely.
(6-5) score check, I think I just heard from Ben.
Yep. East Adelaide Forces up. 6. Bit surprising, honestly. Still feels like Southside's got all the momentum going, but...
It's just been a game of trades at the moment, honestly.
Yeah.
I think this is the time for Red to just, as I was saying before, step it up a notch. Show that they actually want a win. They've got a good line on. Shantanu with the pull, Tim Stevens, Andy Baddock, Scary,
Yeah, it's
John
a
Brill and Ferdy.
strong line.
And Byrne. We've got a cut developing here. Not coming.
Got a horizontal stack here. 3 handlers.
I think the throw might be
cutters.
coming.
Break throw to Greg.
And these are the ones that Red just need to shut down, right? Those
Yeah.
easy resets.
Issue with Greg is that when you're marking him, you're so concerned with him going deep that you usually give him a lot of space under. We see Joseph just getting good body positioning there. Not quite
This
in.
is called not in. Stalls on.
One more throw. Straight to Alice. Yes, that break reset there. I think Tim Stevens was too concerned about Greg going deep, so he got that easy under on the break side.
I think they need to be happy with Black throwing it deep. I would much prefer, or at least when we play them, we would much prefer them throwing it over the top of us and scoring rather than going through us with unders.
Yep.
Because I think athletically, these teams match up pretty evenly. With Red, honestly, even maybe having a little bit of an edge.
Hard to say. Maybe probably not far off. They've got the extra legs though, so
Oh, definitely.
you probably want them running more.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think now, maybe even if Greg kills you now, he might be too tired later on in the game. He's not getting any younger.
True. We're coming up to half here. Red needing to score the next 3 to take the half.
Yeah, you at least want one more. Going in 8-5 versus 8-6 is a big difference,
Oh,
I
it's
feel.
a very big difference.
Short and lace here. Not wearing the Brett shirt, as I've seen.
He actually is wearing the Brett shirt.
Oh, he is wearing the Brett shirt.
He's just
okay.
cut the sleeves off.
Right.
Which
Oh,
is
yeah,
something
so
I
obviously.
also plan to do with my Brett
I
shirt.
see. So, do you want to tell the story about this shirt?
In our little group chat we have of just like the defensive group
Of Outbreak, yeah.
of Outbreak, we like to often post little gym selfies of the work that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And one day Brett just posted a little thirst trap of a photo. And Sean Lace decided, oh, hey, that's a really great photo. I might just print it and put it on a shirt. And that's basically all that is to the story, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Everybody on the D line go on, I assume?
Yes, I got presented mine on Saturday. Very happy with it. Yeah, I do really like the culture that's been developing in the men's scene for the last couple of years. I think people are more willing to get out and do those gym sessions. I think it's not so much about being a gut runner anymore.
I have noticed a large injection of youth in the past couple of years.
Very true.
As you saw, Southside Riptide there, scoring a fairly easy point. So now we've got 7-6. Eastside 4 still with their noses in front. Can take half here.
If Southside can just get this next point, I think they'll be looking very good going into that second half.
Here we go.
Antibiotics for the pull.
Eastside Force really going to try and get this half here.
Fantastic pull.
Oh,
Holding
this
up.
is floaty. Oh, I'm not a big fan of not catching that. You give him so much time to set up.
They just have to stop these easy unders.
Kevin is killing them here. Really good play there. Looking for the reset. Gives you more reliable handlers. People like Alice, like Ben. Oh, a big pivot there. Just up the side. Got really low for that throw.
And here's Red with the chance to get their break back.
Yeah, we'll be going to Galaxy point if they put this one in. 7-all.
A very good line to do it as well, honestly.
Yep.
Ferdy walking this to the front.
I'm a big fan of this.
Bring messing around on the field a little bit.
Yeah. They probably want to be working with Ferdy here. It's a bit messy. Oh, Sando.
Sando with a great grab.
Huge grab. Winding back the clock. I think Ferdy's at his best when he's working hard, getting back every second disc. Not quite doing that, playing a bit more passively, letting his team do the work. John Brew's so free here. They're working it through the middle, it's looking good.
I think this red handling core just needs to be happy with grinding unders and getting every second disc back.
This is really good. This just a throw that went up the side, unfortunately, but you really like the idea.
I just don't like it. They were doing fine, just swinging it across, attacking a little bit, resetting.
Yeah. Those cutters, the Southside cutters, just doing really well there, just giving the disc back to the handlers.
And I think we might have a little bit of an injury here on the field.
Well, they can do that. They've got their subs. Now, did he get injured doing that unnecessary layout on the disc that was already going out? Or was he already injured before that?
He hasn't been out the last couple of weeks because he said he's had issues with his arm.
Right.
Could be something to do with that.
Yep. Now here's a bit of a change. Keith is in the handler space now, this game. Not a look we've seen often this season.
I like Keith behind the disc, honestly. He's a very safe player. He's never going to...
John Brill, great defensive awareness there to get his hand onto it. But it was not a good look.
No, it was not. Kevin giving them an opportunity to take their break back. Tyler's surveying the field. And this is what they should want. Just grind unders. Grind unders.
Yeah.
Swing it back. Swing it.
Sando is so free. But now someone needs to give something here.
Great throw by Ferdy.
Yeah, amazing throw by Ferdy. And Ferdy going to disc back again here. This is Ferdy at his best. Oh, travel call.
Don't like that travel call.
Yeah, it is a momentum. I don't mind it so much.
It's just one of those little calls that really doesn't matter.
Oh, oh.
Nice pick up by Wes there.
Yeah, it was a juggle, but I managed to get there in the end.
And there it is.
That's really well played. They played that pretty much exactly identically, the same as the previous point before the turnover.
Yeah, no.
But without the huck this time, so it was looking good.
And that's what I want to see them doing, right? Like, look at this black team. They're gassed.
Absolutely.
And they have no subs going into their Galaxy point. And Red are putting 3 fresh legs on.
So, off the top of your head, do you know who's missing from the East Adelaide Force team?
Who's missing?
Yeah.
I think it is Will, Jin.
Yeah. Yes.
Will, Jin.
Murray.
Of course.
Yeah, Murray would be very handy to have now.
Murray is definitely one of those just hard gut running players.
Absolutely. That's what you need right now. He's someone who I feel like will bring the energy up a bit as well.
Oh, definitely.
Young
He's
player.
always in such high spirits, you know.
Yeah.
Whenever you look at Murray, you're just like, oh, can't be mad.
Yeah.
It's just Frisbee.
Need some youth on this team to energize them.
Definitely. It is a bit of an old squad. Red with a chance here to take the half. There's something about the underdog story that just I really love personally, and I think a lot of I think it's just a bit of an Australian culture thing.
It's definitely an Australian culture thing. Everyone loves an underdog story.
What's his name? Old mate who won the gold medal in the Stephen Bradbury.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Very topical now the Winter Olympics are going.
Very true. This could be a Stephen Bradbury story. I hope it is.
Oh, this is a big throw to nothing. And here's Southside's turn to come back.
No defense. Shantanu with a great undercut here.
Big ground made there.
And this is going. Greg with no idea where the disc is. And there it is.
Really well played.
Red taking a half after starting on defense.
Yeah, and I think that just might be the East Adelaide Force being gassed there.
They're looking tired. They're looking tired.
Seemed like a desperate throw up ahead. Didn't see he threw it, but it didn't seem like it's anybody.
And a little bit of heckling coming out of the crowd here. We don't mind it.
No, we don't mind it at all. Of course, Queens League not happening tonight, so the women are out tonight as well. It's good to add to it.
I do like a big crowd. You know, like I think it adds to the atmosphere. A couple of people went out to watch the Zig versus Valkyrie matchup yesterday.
Yep.
Also a very interesting hit out. It looks like it's half. Do we take a little breaky? Do we get a little break?
Oh, it's up to Rex if we take a break or not.
I'm happy to not take a break. I don't really mind. And this is where Red just need to keep their foot on the gas.
I agree.
You know? Come out on offense, punch in a goal, take it 9-7, and then just trade.
Yeah, they've got all the momentum right now.
If there was one player on each team you think makes the biggest impact, who would you think it is? So let's go through each team.
Sure.
Red.
On the red team, even though it seems like he should have the biggest impact, I feel like Ferdy is kind of like the thing that holds it together. He's not going to have the biggest impact, but he'll hold that team together.
Oh, 100%.
He'll do the little things that you don't notice as much. He gets the disc a lot, but he won't make the big throws a lot of the time.
True. Like, that's generally reserved for people like Sando and Andy.
Yeah, but I think...
But he's that guy getting them into that position.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Getting them into the good positions to make those throws.
Exactly. And on the Adelaide Force...
I hate to say it,
Yeah,
but it's probably Powley.
it's probably Palais. But honestly, this game, it feels like it's on the back of Greg, honestly. So many deep one-on-one matchups that if he wins, East Adelaide Force look great. And if he doesn't, then that's just unfortunate.
I think he's also had quite a few throwaways this game.
Yeah.
I think he's already had 3, maybe even 4.
Yeah.
All resulting in, I mean, just there, a score.
Yeah.
Or a very missed opportunity. And what about on the white team? What do we think about the Northern Flyers?
Northern Flyers. Wow. If the West Beach Titans put on any zones, it's definitely Sam Keon. Those hammers
Sam
flying all
Keon
day.
is an impact player.
Only if a zone's on, though. If there's no zone, I'd say it's probably the captain, Sean Davis.
True. If there's no zone, Sam who?
Exactly.
But yeah, I definitely agree. It's got to be Sam or Sean, right? Like, Sam opening up those front of stack options for the cutters, mainly Foley and Sean. And then Sean and Foley just providing some very good options.
Yeah, he's an absolute nightmare for defenses. With big Arsenal throws. Ever since he started playing disc golf, the Arsenal's gotten even bigger.
True.
He can start throwing some really funky throws.
And then what do we think about West Beach Titans?
The West Beach Titans, wow. it's once again the captain, Wilson Tran.
Yeah.
A lot
I
of the
think Wilson-
time, it just feels like going under, it's Wilson. Going deep. The amount of time I've just watched Wilson go deep, look back over his shoulder, grab a disc that's coming back at him.
True.
If I got $1 every time that happened, I'd have a lot of dollars.
True.
Of course, Connor Fletcher and Hong. Key handlers. I think at the start of the season, the West Beach Titans didn't really have an idea of what they were doing, especially the first game. But eventually they got it all figured out. Connor Fletcher and Hong behind the disc.
I do really like Hong. I think he's been playing quite consistently this season.
Yeah, the winning formula.
Sometimes lets the game get in his head a little. But if he's on and firing, I think he's a very important player for the team. Definitely drives a lot of the swing movement. Very similar to Sam Keon. Maybe not in terms of the big throws, but in terms of getting the players that make the biggest impact into the right positions.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of players on the West Beach Titans who can make impact.
Oh, 100%.
Big players here. Tim Davis,
Johnny.
Johnny, Marty. They're all people who, with disc in their hand, very dangerous.
Gigantic pull.
There's a huge pull here. Maddox as well to scoop it up. This is a bit of a confusing look here. Seems like 3 handlers, but a vertical stack.
Come on.
Looking for the continuation here.
I like Red just grinding it through their handlers. I really don't mind it.
Yeah, here we go. Speaking of the devil, 30, really working hard here.
Don't throw this.
Yeah,
Throw the
good
under.
safe. Yes.
I love this.
30 once again with a disc. Maddox. Ooh.
And this is where they just need to be chill.
Yeah.
Bounce it
back.
around the end
This
zone
is
like
really
they have
good
been
play
for
here.
the entire point.
Or go a bit bouncy. Oh, good patience there by 30. Left his feet but recovered well. Oh, and they're just crowding around here. Scary, bailing them out.
And Bryn with a fantastic goal.
Yeah, it's a really good play by the Southside there.
And that's the sort of thing they need to do, right? Like, don't be scared about going backwards. Swing it around and punching it in on the other side.
Yeah, did a really good job not to panic them on the far end zone line. Got a bit crowded.
Yeah. But patient.
Exactly. Just swing it back around. Option opened up eventually.
Starting to get a bit excited here, George.
Oh,
I'm really wanting this. I've wanted it all season, other than the games that I've played against them, for them to win a game.
yeah, absolutely. Just the unfortunate thing for me is that I'm going to have to be commentating with Ben Powley next game, and if he loses this match, I
We do love to see Ben Pally upset.
yeah. Not when you're hanging out with him.
No, true. And especially not playing on the D-line with him,
Hmm.
then you definitely don't want him upset.
Yeah,
But when you don't have to be in his vicinity, fantastic.
yeah. If you watch him from afar, sure. Southside looking really good here. I mean, they've been looking this good all season. It's just, it feels like every single time they just run out of gas at the end and they just lose.
I would call them the team that plays 100% 90% of the time. Like, they string together some fantastic points. They play some pretty good D.
Absolutely, that last
It's-
point was beautiful.
It's just those little falters in concentration sometimes that generally are the things that let them down.
Yeah. Another fairly nice pull.
Very nice pull.
Oh,
Deep,
it's-
floating out.
Ah,
Red
look-
got to get down there a bit quicker though.
yeah,
I don't like this jog.
agree. Got Ben Pally here. They'll probably try and look to get this to him somehow. Right here.
So I think this is where Red just needs to lock in.
Oh, no, it's just looking a bit messy here.
Just don't let them have that reset.
Here we go. Sean Lace with all the space in the world. Almost fell over, but managed to keep his cool.
An easy score.
Yeah, it just feels like this East Adelaide Force team, every time they score, it's not looked overly convincing.
It definitely hasn't looked convincing. They're getting it done, though.
Yeah. So that's why it feels surprising that the score's still so close, because Southside have strung together some very nice points.
Oh, 100%.
Sean Lace just leaking out the back there.
Just one of those handler strike cuts that sometimes as a handler defender you're not really expecting.
And that's why it's important to stay fit, even if you're a handler.
As someone who is often marking those handler type players, it can just be a little bit of a surprise when like you're expecting them to come back under, go get the disc, and all of a sudden you're looking back at the disc and they've gone 10 meters deep.
Yeah.
Especially with someone like Sean Lace, you never want to really be taking your eyes off him.
No.
He's definitely the sort of player who can play all positions. Have we got any tournaments on the cards, George? Are you thinking of going to March Madness or anything like that?
No, unfortunately not. I've had a few people try to convince me to go to March Madness. Maybe not this year.
Not this year? Fair enough.
I'm going to come back for next year, but every time I think about training, it's just amazing the work that people put in. It's not for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think, George, personally, you're one of those players who already has the laurels. You could definitely do a Greg Schrader, don't turn up to trainings, just go to nationals. Everyone would be happy with that, I think.
Yeah, I do bring great positive mental attitude. Not much on the field, but a lot off the field. 'Cause we've got another zone here.
Black playing another zone. Red just tearing through it again.
Wow, that was just easy. Look here.
Andy just punching throws through that really loose, weak cup.
Yeah, nothing on the side there. Power laid the deep, but he can't mark both at the same time. Maybe he should have gone up the line there. Try to force them to do that cross field,
Yeah, I just
bladey
like...
flick, but
I mean, I get the idea of the zone, right? Like,
yeah.
they want to get the zone set up, and then they want Red to make a silly mistake by throwing it over the top or trying to go for a huck that's not there. But I think this Red team's just too dialed in tonight.
Looking good. Up by 2 now.
Definitely an emotional team. Not unlike every single other team that's ever come out of South Australia.
Mm-hmm.
But they look like they're feeling good, playing good.
Absolutely.
Now I might look for a substitute commentator.
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
Need
Get
go
you to warm
in a
up.
second. I will find us someone
Get Deb.
with some hot topics. Deb, do you want to jump on the mic? All right,
Unfortunate.
we'll find someone. Oh yeah. If there's someone who would have just as many hot topics as Sam Kay on, it would be Sarah.
Oh, she's definitely got more.
Sarah, do you want to jump on the mic? Do you want to jump on the mic? I need to go warm up. We need some Sam Kay on spicy takes. Sarah said that she might jump on the mic in a second.
Oh.
After she's gone and picked up her dogs, etc.
It's very exciting. Now, if Joran comes up when Paule's on the mic, then of course if Slee comes on the mic, then Bruce Slee's got to come up.
Exactly.
One of the winless Super League captains.
Red playing another zone. Another zone I really don't like. And Black sort of just moving it easily.
Yeah. You have Alex here in the handler space. I am a big fan of this. Somebody's very safe. Probably should have happened more this season, honestly. Although, Southside is making the Adelaide Force work a bit more hard.
Yeah, definitely making them work hard for this point outside the red zone.
Yeah. Definitely harder than they've been making the Southside Riptide work.
But I think they're just putting unwanted miles into their legs.
On the bright side, the Adelaide Force are also running a bit more.
They're sort of just standing still, throwing, taking their time, messing around a little.
That's true. Handlers are working a bit more.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, throw through the middle there. Managed to get through so players. Oh. If there's unconvincing goals, that is one of them.
I don't know what we'll call that one.
But it worked, and at the end of the day, adding onto the scoreboard.
Exactly. If there's one thing you can talk about when you're talking about ultimate players, they're definitely a little bit more results driven rather than process driven.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're talking to a handler. Oh, it was a goal? That's all that matters.
You know all about that.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we're on timeout. I might just go quickly try find someone to fill my spot.
That's fair enough. I'll keep the
It's
show
been nice
running.
commentating with you, George.
Yeah, thank you for coming. As Connor runs off to find another commentator. No. Oh no. Oh, Sarah Lee's coming onto the mic.
Alrighty.
Welcome.
Hello, hello.
With your worth of experience, there's been a lot of talk about zone. How have you been feeling about zone in South Australia especially?
In South Australia or tonight?
Both.
Tonight, it's not the play. I don't think there's not enough wind, and I think these players are experienced enough to be able to play through it. In SA though, I reckon I'm a big fan of zone defense if it's done well and at the right times. So.
I often find that it's not windy enough in South Australia. When you go interstate, it becomes a lot more windy and seems to be much more useful with skill.
Yep, definitely, for sure.
But maybe it's just because I've never played in a good zone, so...
It's alright, we've always got to have someone enjoying the game.
Do they start losing points?
We can't all play.
I think they do.
Do you have any predictions for next game? The West Beach Titans going against the Northern Flyers.
Predictions. It's a tough one because Sean Davis is on a 9-year losing streak.
That's right.
So I kind of want him to keep that going. But then Wilson's on he's won every Super League. He's captain, right? So
yeah, he's trying to make it 3 in a row.
yeah, someone's gonna have to break their streak. But I guess being biased, Sam being on Sean's team.
Of course.
Yeah, I guess I gotta go root for Sean. But I think it'll be a pretty close matchup. I don't think either team are missing too many players. I think Northern Flyers are just missing Stephen, and then Anna's playing injured for Wilson's team.
That's another 3-handler look as Talis just pumps it deep straight away.
Defense.
Shantanu pulls that one down well. He's looking for someone to help him
Good
out.
Scramble defense going on.
Very loud call for 30 disc, but bit of a messy offense.
Nah, Sando's got that every day of the week.
Of course. That was very creative, high release backhand throw.
Yep.
Great swings. Just trying to find any free option. Goes to the middle.
Bach are doing well to contain them.
30, the workhorse. Is anyone you want with a disc there? It's Sando on that team.
Yeah, exactly. Look at those luscious locks.
Absolutely. Now, this Southside Riptide team trying to not go 0 wins. We were talking just before how your brother has once captained a team that went 0 wins.
Yeah, it was. I think it was the very first.
They're trying not to. If there's any game you'd win as a Southside Riptide, it'd be this game. You'd end up finishing 3rd, especially knocking Ben Palle's smug face down to 4th.
Oh, I'd love that.
After winning every premier event in South Australia, someone has to humble him.
Yep, no more back to back to back to back for Paule.
Yeah, he'd be running out of breath soon enough if he kept winning. Letting the pool drop to the ground.
Yeah.
That one looked catchable, but his choice.
Yep. Probably put himself back on. Find a lot of the time, calling a timeout doesn't end up working in the favour of that team. He called it.
Go red.
As much as people talk about it, no one actually keeps track.
Yeah.
Good here.
Oh,
Oh no. Alice getting up to grab that one. So Wint just pushing that one up.
East Adelaide forces chance to even it up.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can keep possession here.
Probably get off the sideline here. No, it's good in the middle of the field.
Alice cutting up a storm.
Keith really working hard this point.
Yeah, you can tell Black really want it.
So he just puts it up.
Oh.
Oh no.
That ties it up. Universe point.
11-all. Got 4 sticks. Wow, they just. Sure. So we got this thing going out here. Now 2 defenders got their hand onto it.
Yeah,
a lot of turnovers. Just throws that just gone out a bit too far. Sean Lace, the receiver. I think this is his 2nd goal. And yeah, this one here, it's Keith. And he just puts one up. And 2 defenders got their hand onto that. Sean Lace still cleans it up.
I'm going to have nightmares about that tonight.
Okay, so here it is. Here is the timeout after time cap.
Who's your money on, George?
Oh, it's often hard to go past a team that's actually coming out on offense, but I actually have a feeling the East Adelaide Force is just going to clutch this one out.
Yeah, I reckon East Adelaide Force, they're a team full of fire. I reckon they can come out, get a highlight D. I can see it coming.
Have you seen Sean Lace's shirt? The one with Brett?
No, I haven't.
Just little cheeky, almost fully clothless Brett. He gave one out to all of the D-line and the Outbreak A team. It's their own bonding experience. Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Zoom in.
The Outbreak budgie smugglers. Is that what I spot?
That's exactly what it is. As he walked up to the camera to ask if all his amazing grabs were caught on camera, which they were, of course, because OTTV do a great job. If you want to support them, head to their Patreon in the description link below. Final point of the game, universe point.
Here we go.
Once again, the second consecutive universe point for East Adelaide Force. Of course, they lost the heartbreaker last week to not make the finals.
And they learn from experience.
30 bring it in here. A lot of experience in this handler space.
You can definitely see East Adelaide Force have lifted.
John Brill very free here on this side. Just working between the handlers. This one is...
Oh, here we go.
Ooh, Keith just got his hand onto that.
Putting enough pressure on.
I think there'll be a call here. I think John Brill will probably claim a strip here.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just funny because...
Hard to say. I'd say Keith had position, but if John was able to snag the disc.
Have a look here. It's very hard to see from this angle. We'll let them talk it out.
Looks like it was contested, so it's going to go back to Sando.
Yep. I think it's a matchup you'd back if you're on the Southside Riptide team. You'd take John against Keith.
Yeah.
Keith had position there. Sando will give this back, bring it in. Playing it safer this time. Now Talis out on the sideline. Might want to tighten up on the handlers.
You can tell T wants it.
It's 30 here, looking for his options.
Yeah.
East Adelaide Force probably want to tighten up here. Pass halfway side of the field.
Downfield defenders doing a good job, shutting down all the options.
Yeah. That's Sando. Oh no, got ground strip there.
Drop.
Ooh, Alice, a bit cheeky there. Faked the disc pickup. Here's East Adelaide's Force chance. Are they coming back after a fake?
Oh.
And here is the bread and butter.
And there it is.
East Adelaide Force take it, and I'm going to have a relatively happy Ben Parley. He won't be happy because he hasn't won, but
Gets to finish on a universe point win.
Really hard-fought game there.
He has a good comeback there from East Adelaide Force.
Yeah, and don't go anywhere. We've got the grand final coming up. Northern Flyers going against the West Beach Titans.
Should be a good one.
Thank you for joining me, Sarah. The
No
power
worries.
sub in for Connor. So let's go warm up. He's getting ready for his match.
Thank you, George.
Alti.tv